Iraqi Dinar breaking news. Will it really hit $5? Truth behind the hype. Welcome message. Hey everyone, welcome back to IQD to VND News. I'm your host Hussein, and today I'm starting this video with a big thank you. We've officially crossed 300 subscribers. Your support means the world to me. Every like, comment and share helps this community grow, so thank you for being part of the journey. Now let's jump into today's hot topics and the rising buzz around the Iraqi dinar. Could it really be heading towards $5? Is this the start of a financial revolution or just market noise? Dinar on the rise. What's sparking the hype? Lately, the Iraqi dinar has found its way back into headlines. From social media threads to financial forums, there's serious debate. Some claim the dinar might surge past $4.50 to $5, while others remain skeptical, calling it speculation. But here's the catch. Whether you're a believer or a cautious observer, the dinar is getting global attention again, and that's a big deal in itself. Let's break down why this is happening and what it could mean for current and future investors. Iraq's financial moves, a shift toward independence. Recently, Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani made headlines by affirming Iraq's full control over its Federal Reserve account in the US. According to him, no foreign entity, not even the US, can interfere with it. This was more than just a political statement. It was a clear declaration of financial sovereignty. This statement coincides with Iraq's efforts to move from cash-based foreign transactions to formalized, transparent banking systems. The results are already visible. Iraq's cash pull from the US has dropped from $14 billion to under $10 billion annually. That's a game changer for currency monitoring and foreign exchange. Internal reforms meet global challenges. Internally, this transition has reshaped how businesses operate. Gone are the days of informal cash dealings via exchange offices or customs brokers. Now every transaction flows through the official banking network. That's transparency. But it's also a transition period full of challenges for traders and citizens alike. Externally, global economic shifts are adding pressure. Experts like Saleh Nouri, a respected economist in Iraq, are warning that the Iraqi budget framework may need adjustments. Oil remains the country's lifeline, and though U.S. tariffs haven't hit Iraqi oil exports directly, ripple effects from U.S. trade policies could affect sectors like automobile imports and luxury goods. $4.50 to $5, realistic or just wishful thinking? Let's address the elephant in the room. Is the dinar really heading to the $5 mark? There are two camps of thought. One, optimists say the dinar is undervalued and that its true worth aligns with the $4.50 to $5 range. Iraq's oil wealth, regional trade ties, and increasing financial reforms back this view. Second, skeptics argue this figure is more emotional than mathematical, a symbol of hope rather than economic reality. The truth? It might lie somewhere in the middle. That's why understanding Iraq's economic foundations is essential. Three key drivers of the dinar's value. Here are the three biggest forces that shape the Iraqi dinar's trajectory. 1. Political stability. Iraq is slowly emerging from decades of unrest. Political calmness invites investor confidence. Stability equals predictability, and that's gold for the market. 2. Oil prices. Iraq is oil-dependent. Rising prices boost national revenue and indirectly strengthen the dinar. A drop, however, has the opposite effect almost instantly. 3. Global confidence. Perception is everything. The world needs to see Iraq as a rising, reforming, and investable economy. The stronger this narrative gets, the more support the dinar receives in international markets. Investor stories, wins and warnings. In past waves of dinar excitement, many small-time investors jumped in early. Some did their homework, stayed patient, and reaped profits. Others were driven by hype, rushed in, and faced losses when the dinar didn't perform as expected. The lesson? Currency investing is not gambling, but it's not a sure thing either. It requires research, patience, and the ability to stomach risk. Floating the dinar. What does that mean for you? You might have heard about Iraq considering a floating exchange rate. Here's a quick breakdown. Floating currency means its value is determined by market demand. Buyers and sellers influence the price. Iraq is not going for a full free float like the US dollar, but a managed float where the central bank steps in occasionally to stabilize extreme shifts. This reform could give the dinar more flexibility and allow it to appreciate naturally as the economy grows. Iraq is already preparing for this by updating bank systems, reprogramming ATMs, launching educational campaigns. What should you do as an investor? If you're holding or considering buying Iraqi Dinar, here's your checklist. 1. Do your research. Dive into Iraq's economic reports, oil export data, and policy updates. 2. Track global news. Anything from oil price shifts to geopolitical deals can affect currency value. 3. Join investor communities. Forums, Telegram groups, and subreddits are gold mines of information. 4. Diversify your investments. Don't put all your eggs in one currency basket. Balance is key. Final thoughts. What's next for the dinar? Is the dinar going to skyrocket to $5 overnight? Probably not. But is it possible in the long run with the right reforms, rising oil prices, and international trust? Absolutely. We are witnessing a pivotal moment in Iraq's financial journey. Whether you're investing, observing, or just curious, this is a conversation worth being a part of. Let's talk in the comments. What do you think? Will the dinar reach $5? Are you already invested or still deciding? Do you believe in Iraq's economic rise? Drop your thoughts below. I'd love to hear from you. If you found this video valuable, please like, share, and subscribe to IQD to VND News. Stay updated with the latest on global currencies, economic trends, and smart investing. Until next time, stay informed, stay smart, and keep exploring the power of knowledge.